Welcome back to Soulful Journeys, where we explore all things spiritual. And today I want to really talk about what it means to date when you are spiritual. Um, I'll say this. Prior to some of my awakenings, there was a period of time where I was left in the dark about a lot of things. And I believe that happens because there are certain lessons, there are certain things that you are meant to learn, that you actually sign up for before you even get to this earth. And so God will allow certain circumstances to happen, certain things to play out, because we're meant to learn from those things and grow from those experiences. That said, if I would know about certain circumstances that I knew, that I know now, but didn't know back then, oh yeah, life would be different. I wouldn't go through those lessons. I would have bypassed a lot of things. But the reality of it is, it's not designed that way. There are certain interactions, there are certain experiences that we've signed up for to be on this earth. But what I know now and where I currently sit, there are certain things that I allowed in my past. There are certain people I allowed in my past that I can no longer just sit back and just let that happen. So that said, dating used to look like, listening to somebody's words and, seeing the actions but missing the red flags. Whereas now, somebody, I could talk to them for just a few minutes or a few seconds, or maybe a week or a day or however long, and whether they tell the truth or not is revealed to me. So it looks a lot different now. It does. I wouldn't say it makes it challenging to date. There's I wouldn't say good and bad. There's plus and minuses, I would say. You see people for who they are. You can't romanticize anything. So it kind of takes the fun out of it, because you might see somebody that's attractive and you're like, ooh, they're nice looking, let me get to know that person. Let me see what they have going on, let me see their intentions, what their expectations, if our paths align, if we have, chemistry, if, our life plans, coincide, if this is going to be it, right? No. When you are spiritual, it's like when you see the person and soon as they talk, there's certain things that trigger information that comes through, and you're just like devastated. Sometimes it's instantly, sometimes it takes a little bit, but they can never hide, and so it kind of takes away the surprise element, because it's like, okay, I know what I'm dealing with here. There ain't no surprises, additionally, it kind of it can be discouraging if you don't have a solid foundation of self, and you don't know that, what's meant for me is meant for me. So I don't have to feel disappointed every time something doesn't work out. That just means that's not my person. So if you don't have those, that solid foundation and that sense of knowing that, this is divine protection, then it can be difficult to navigate. So yeah, dating looks like, hey, I've met somebody on the phone. I'm asking them questions, what are your life plans? What do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And they're telling me one thing, but, the information that's coming through is not matching that. You say you're single, and I immediately know you're not. Those things like that. And even if asked, and even if I pointed out to that person, being met with lies and stuff like that. So that part gets a little bit frustrating, because it's just like, I see through those things. Please don't create illusions or try to make me seem crazy when you know damn well what your situation is. Like, just be real and honest, because you're dealing with a seer. We don't operate on the same plane, so why waste somebody's time, So those things can be frustrating when you tell somebody up front, hey, I'm a seer, I'm a psychic, or whatever you label yourself as. You're gifted, you have abilities, however you label yourself as. When you explain that up front and the person still tries to play in your face, that part gets frustrating because it's like, why even waste my time? You know? Or you might come across somebody else that is also spiritual, and they will try to knowingly, lead you down a path when they know that they're not your person and you're not theirs. So, things like that can be a little bit like, okay, here we go again, or someone trying to tell you, hey, my intentions is of XYZ. Let's see where it goes, when you really want a one night stand. Be honest with the spiritual people that you date, because we see all of that. There's no surprises there. And even though they may not say it to you, because they may not want to always go back and forth and argue, most of them will just pick up and walk away from you, because what's the point in arguing with somebody who's not going to tell the truth anyway, for one. For two, by you doing that, we already know it's just wasted time at this point. So a lot of people ain't gonna say nothing. They'll just get up and walk away, and that's it. So that's really what it's like when you are dating spiritually. You'll have people that are attracted to you, and it could be they're drawn to your energy because you are in stages of healing, and so you still will attract certain experiences of healing. So we call those karmic relationships, where that person is only in your life to raise a little bit of hell, to force that healing aspect, because you're still working on that. So the things that you don't work on within yourself while you are by yourself, it plays out in your relationships. And it doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. This could be through friendships, this could be through family, a number of ways. So just trying to avoid them is not going to work. You really have to start doing work on yourself and healing internally so you can attract the right person. And this is with anybody. This is not somebody who's just walking a spiritual path. This is with everyone. So if you are experiencing repetitive toxic relationships, repetitive cycles, dealing with the same people over and over, that is why. You really have to look internally and resolve those things internally, and then go outwards. And really, it's not even a matter of placing yourself in the right circumstances. Your partners, you will find each other when you are in alignment with each other. So if you are in what we call lower vibration, meaning, you're in a lower state of mind, you're in a lower state of consciousness, a lower state of feeling and being, right? Existing, meaning like depression, anger, jealousy, all of those things are low vibrational. Instead of being healthy, happy, all of those things are high vibrational. So if you are in a lower state, right, and you want to attract somebody who are all of these things in a higher state, you have to also match that energy. This is why it's not good to put yourself out there when you are depressed or going through things to begin the date, because you will attract somebody that is reflecting those same moods. So that's all I got for you today. Chime in. I want to hear your thoughts, your comments, any questions that you have on this topic. Peace.